Another day of back and forth between Governor Pritzker and President Trump over the National Guard and ICE agents. Governor Pritzker says a federal deployment by ICE agents is expected this weekend.
But President Trump seemed less committed today to sending the National Guard to Chicago, saying he wants to be asked by the governor. No surprise, the governor says that's not going to happen. Political reporter Ann Ahern joining us now with where all of this stands. It seems like day by day it gets different.
It does seem somewhat different today. The president says he is making a decision now. And for the first time, he mentions a new city, New Orleans, as a place he might send the National Guard to rather than Chicago. Trump spoke to reporters as he met with the Polish president in the Oval Office, and he also spoke of what he sees as success in Washington, D.C., and what's next on his agenda.
I could do that with Chicago. We could do that with New York. We could do it with Los Angeles. So we're making a determination now. Do we go to Chicago, or do we go to a place like New Orleans, where we have a great governor, Jeff Landry, who wants us to come in?
Governor Pritzker clearly does not want the president's help and says he will not be asking for the National Guard. As Pritzker sees it, if the president does so, that's illegal. And this afternoon, the governor met with community violence intervention leaders. They received emergency response training this afternoon as they prepare for a federal takeover.
What we're hearing is that they'll be assembled, ready to go on Friday, and that they would begin actions on Saturday. Over the weekend. So that's all we know. And what we're doing is, of course, making sure that the CPD and local law enforcement are aware of what they're doing.
Pritzker says he has, of course, called the National Guard before to Chicago. Then it was after civil unrest. They were also the Guard, that is, part of the protection for the Democratic National Convention last summer.
Okay, so still lots of questions whether it's going to be the National Guard or ICE agents. I know yesterday you talked with the governor. Some people still questioning, did the governor today clarify his sources that he talked about on Tuesday, saying that ICE agents, quote, will try and disrupt community picnics and peaceful parades here in the city?
Yes, we did follow up as Chicagoans are about to celebrate Mexican Independence Day. We asked the governor, where is he getting this information from? The governor was not forthcoming.
I'm not going to tell you where it comes from, and it's not because it doesn't exist. It's because we've gotten calls from people who don't want to reveal their names to the public. These are people from inside the administration or inside the military or inside the National Guard who are concerned about what's happening in this country.
The bottom line, governor repeated that Illinois and city leaders, city officials that is, they cannot stop ICE and they cannot interfere with their operations. The federal agents have a right. This is a distinction between the federal agents and the National Guard.
And there was even that talk, maybe National Guard from Texas, some other state that might be called up here?
That is still an open question, and he does not have any more details about that.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for the update,
Keep asking.
Marianne.
Yes.
Thanks.